everybody. Oh, we're looking for... Oh, there we go. Awesome. Looking for a game to capture. And it looks like we found it. We're back with the second part of Orwell Ignorance is Strength. We are just about to start the final episode. And this game has been a wild ride. It kind of started as just spying on someone for this creepy government agency, and then it became uncovering those people's extramarital affairs, and now it just feels like a lot of weird romantic drama that we're potentially exploiting to further the totalitarian group. Hey Jim, how are you? Good to have you here as usual. How was the Don't Rest Your Head stream last night? Hope it was good. I was only able to catch, I guess it was the latter half of it, and then I missed the end because I had to go make dinner. But I know how much you love that game, so I hope it was a good time. Alright, this is my boss. And just for context, my character believes that there is such a thing as absolute truth, and that there is no such thing as a justified lie. So we're making some highly unethical decisions. You're back again, just in time. We have need of you. Rabban Vart nabbed us with that article on Kassart yesterday. It has gone viral, as we expected. The situation is heating up. Of course, President Kassart could not leave it at that. He filed an extradition request this very morning for Vart. Prime Minister Blaine has shifted his schedule to fly out to Triflith and meet Kassart, convince him of letting go, or else all hell will break loose. Rabban Vart might have taken a severe blow, but he is far from giving up. Instead, he fired shots. See for yourself. Oh, brother. I am not afraid of you, and I will not go away. Oh, they're out to discredit me. The government of the nation has declared war on the people's voice. Yeah, alright. Listen, I'm all for this guy. This has to end today. Vart will no longer undermine the peace. If it's war he wants, we can accommodate him. We have our own arsenal, the likes of which Vart doesn't dare to dream about. It's me. She's talking about me. When Orwell was created, the office requested a number of additional features beyond the day-to-day tasks of investigators. Some top-level government members objected. They had the obnoxious idea to integrate an ethical codex into Orwell, limiting its capabilities. Naturally, this would not do for us. We are the nation's wardens, and we won't be restricted by some arbitrary set of rules. So we found a way, as we always do, to develop a branch of the Orwell project, the very piece of software you're using right now. Time to make use of its full potential. I'm an influencer now, a baby. I'm just saying, I'm here for this guy's protection of democracy and freedom of speech. However, I'm not here for his irresponsible journalism. That is nothing but all caps and unnecessary exclamation marks. No. Hey, Kurt. It goes. It's a Tuesday that feels like a Monday, but I know it's a Tuesday because we have space horror later tonight. I thought you always were an influencer. You're saying you weren't until just now. I'm emphatically not an influencer. I'm just a guy doing my thing. It was good they had tea with an ancient shadow-aspected crone. One of the PCs reunited with their long-lost relative, and they were attacked by a bus full of pin-headed wireframe people in trench coats. That sounds about right. I'm glad that it was a good session. Oh, right. This was his, weird newspaper thing. Okay, sure. Influenced you to get Zweihander. That's true. The national opinion. New conversation between Ilya and Mary P, aka Karen. They're not sure what he'll do. She can't just leave Bonton, but it conflicts with another data chunk. Well, looks like we're gonna keep looking. reactions to hashtag liars get lied to. Right, remember that. Uh-huh. So Ilya is no longer a contributor. Could it be that our actions caused a bit of trouble among the ranks of the People's Voice? Good. I mean, okay, sure. Our government leader is nothing but a hypocrite. I see, so they're all mad at him. Exactly. What kind of leader are you? What kind of journalist are you? You have long stopped uncovering the so-called truth. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. Like, the first game wasn't subtle, but this one is leaning into the farcical in a way. Behold, the influencer! The centerpiece of our very own version of Orwell. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. What could possibly go wrong? It can spread a story through social media channels efficiently and thoroughly, and I am putting you in charge of it. Oh, so this is definitely different from our world, because in our world, we absolutely know that, that, say, like, the Russian government props up stuff like this. The fake news propaganda machine. Oh no. I'm a person working in a server farm somewhere, I've realized. First, we need the thesis, a key statement which Raban made in his latest article. Alright. That'll be... Wait a second. Huh? Narratives, huh? Oh, that he made in his latest article. Got it. Edited movie poster. Okay. War is inevitable. The government of the nation has dragged my family into this conflict. The government dragging his family into the conflict? They should have clearly opposed Raban's actions and nothing would have happened. Well, we will counteract this claim accordingly. Let me set that in the influencer. Aha. Oh god. This is so unethical. Well, here we go. Here is how this stuff works. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. Instead, I need you to get me palpable information which can be used to counter Raban's statement. From pairs of data chunks that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative, which can then be spread in the influencer. So find me data chunks to construct a narrative from. With a thesis set in the influencer, new data chunks may be discovered in old documents or call transcripts. Take a look around. You are not my wife anymore. So he repudiated his wife. My, why would anyone be enraged about such a bagatelle? Does it hurt when your own reality proves to be fake, Vart? Ooh, sick burn. This lady is way better, like, written, I think, than the character who's your boss in the first game. She's savage. Be that as it may, we can surely utilize this circumstance for our own good. It's not strong enough on its own, though. Keep looking for something to reinforce this face with. Okay. Believes the other editors of the People's Voice to be his enemies. Raban is becoming more and more unhinged, sensing betrayal around every corner. First, he wants nothing to do with his wife any longer, now this. One could easily get the idea Raban Vart's family members aren't quite as important to him as he claims. Let me compose a narrative from what we've got. Narratives, hashtag. Oh, whoop. Agent, the first narrative is ready to be spread through the influencer. To do so, drag it to the slot in the influencer window and confirm. Using the influencer is extensive and takes about an hour of time to complete. We will only get very limited chances of spreading narratives today. Make sure they count. Well, considering I did horribly last time we had limited chances to do things, here goes nothing. Sesu! Hi, friend! How are you? Good afternoon. We are playing as basically like spies slash agents in a weird totalitarian government agency. It's very bizarre. I'm like spreading a fake news story now, but it's based in fact about a guy who is a reporter that is having problems because his wife and brother are having an affair with each other. I don't know, like there's just a lot going on, but basically today we are trying to discredit this guy, which is kind of funny because he's like doing a pretty decent job of discrediting himself by becoming more unhinged on social media. Doing well, having a late lunch. How about you? Ooh, nice. I also had a late lunch. I had some avocado toast and some... I'd never had these before, but they were like tiny little Parmesan sausages like you would get on a charcuterie board. Sean bought them at the store and I was like, oh, they're so cute. Might have seen ads for this game. Yeah, definitely check and see if you already have it, Jim, because I think you would like this, just based off of the stuff I know we have in common, and I know you also love Papers, Please. This is kind of in that same vein. I'm still buying games left and right. Don't get me wrong. Like, part of this streaming once a week is to get me to play through the games I already have. But... Okay, however, I should probably warn you, what's out there is out there forever, and information can be a most devastating weapon. Now, if you do the honors... Hashtag save Karen and Ilya, how Raban Vart is terrorizing his wife and brother after he learned of their affair. I wouldn't say terrorizing, but okay. Spread data. Dun dun dun. Profiler not functional during influencer use. Okay. Interesting. Data spreading. I'm so evil. Draft. Destroy the media monsters. The first information spread by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of truth, isn't it? No, it's not. My agent believes there is such a thing as absolute truth. I believe we pulled the right strings here. People have swallowed the bait, as you can see on Blabber. We had some good impact on his listener count. I have no doubt Raban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response coming from him soon. Perhaps you can find out what he is up to before he is actually publishing it, so we can prepare our next narrative beforehand. Oh man, these awful creatures who cannot be considered human are again trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. Listen, I mean, dude, you're not really a champion of free speech. You're ticking off a lot of the fascist dehumanization rhetoric as well. His family is loyal to him? Oh please, I wonder if Raban believes himself what he writes there. In any case, let's see if we can shake up that feeling of loyalty a bit and prove Raban wrong, for himself and for the public. Agent, give me pairs of data chunks from which I can construct narratives that we can spread. That is how people talk. That is for sure how people talk. From which I can construct narratives. Pay attention to anything we might use to put Ilya or Karen's loyalty to him in doubt. Okay. Colin! Hello! How are you? We're destroying the world in a creepy fake news simulator world. Although I really don't know, like... nothing here is really an accurate representation of what's going on, so I don't know how my, like, fake news is actually making things any worse than they were. Karen Levine Vart. Oh, we found her private computer ID. Gimme, gimme. Thank you. Upload complete. What's in the trash? Beautiful Dewhurst. Oh? But I told you I can't just leave Bonton. Yeah, I think she wants to leave. So it's complicated. I am the baddies, but the person that we're trying to discredit is also checking a lot of fascist talking points. So I don't know if that's the game trying to say everything is bad, everything is equally bad. I don't think so, though. But it's definitely a lot less cut and dry of government spies bad, free speech people not problematic and good. Yeah, this game is, like I said, it's kind of veered more into the farcical stuff. Yeah, the one thing fascists hate most is other fascists who don't align with them. Pretty much. Basically, they have a lot of shouting matches at each other in all caps. Dewhurst, of all places, bah. But if Karen wants to move away, that might be worth something to us. Yeah. Psychological report. Who was this? Oh, Raban. Initially very unresponsive and reclusive in the refugee camp. Shocking. He had all the symptoms of PTSD in the refugee camp. Yeah, considering the trauma he endured when his school got bombed, this comes as no surprise. Around the summer of 2012, the patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to become more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more. Yeah. See, this is the thing too, though. Like, he got better all of a sudden. Something important must have happened at that time. It's weird, right? Oh, that's the wrong profile. That's for Karen, isn't it? It's weird because, like, she was this guy, Vart, social worker, and then they got married. They did a lot of stuff that really, like, seems to violate a lot of medical ethics. A lot of medical ethics. Ilya. Huh. So he may have successfully fled from military service. All right, we'll keep digging on the desktop. I'm sure this can be changed. I said he was optimistic and good-natured, and the boss is like, I'm sure that will change. Jesus. I think we could have a beautiful wedding ceremony at Bonton City Park. Very picturesque. Maybe you can find a photo somewhere. Probably. Is in love with Ravon Vart. There's a conflict with an unknown data chunk. Yeah. Where's the... Oh, Ilya's computer is offline? Weird. Where is her little hologram thing? What is this? The happiest day of my life? I'm not sure. I was happy, though. Was it a rushed decision? Maybe it was, in hindsight. There were ups and downs, but if our marriage has brought any good, Raban and Ilya finally didn't have to endure that awful camp any longer. Okay. So we know it was like a green card type marriage. But then, yeah, permanent residency is granted upon marriage to a citizen for the spouse as well as family members. A questionable thing, if you ask me, especially if the circumstances of that marriage were to appear shady. I mean, is that questionable? No, not on its face. Is it questionable in this situation? Yes, absolutely. Okay. We got a new Ilya secret phone ID. Excellent. Karen fancies me? She doesn't like me one bit. I don't think she does, honestly. And he said that they needed to find a way to escape the refugee camp at all costs. We now possess one narrative we could potentially spread. However, we can only hit Raban after he has published his next article. We'll need to bide our time for the moment. Use that time to dig for more narratives. Get me everything that could be of use. Alright, we have to find a way to escape the refugee camp at any cost. Again, this is all stuff that you can kind of figure out reading between the lines, so this isn't surprising. Does the fact that Raban was able to leave the camp through marrying Karen scream sham marriage to you? Well, soon it might just do that for everyone else, too. Ha ha. Oh. Okay, well. I mean, I think it's, like, way better to say that he seduced the therapist. That's way more salacious. We'll stick with that, I think. You know nothing about my private life. Fuck you, Vart. You have crossed my lines. Many lines since you started this ridiculous blog, but intimidating your own family is beyond fucked up. Yeah, this is, like, definitely the reaction of someone who is a very stable genius, to quote. Interesting. So the negotiations have stalled. Fake Boris Johnson is not negotiating anymore. More Ilya pictures. Who is that? Cassie. Okay, so that was at his job. Sky chat. Unsent draft. Ooh. Oh no, Karen, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm going to leave for Dewhurst soon. Please come with me. Ooh. This is what they hired me to be a federal agent for. Oh ho, now what do we have here? If that isn't an affront to loyalty, I don't know what is. He wants to go to Dewhurst, she has an interest in the town too. That's almost too much to be just coincidence, right? I can most certainly construct something out of that. After delicate pictures of them surfaced yesterday, da-da-da-da, okay. Cassandra Watergate. Truth be told, I dream about quitting and getting away from my brother. Hi, Lydia! Good to see ya. Raban Vart published his article. We can strike now. Remember, you are still able to dig for more narratives, so you may want to do that before you spread anything. As soon as you're ready, spread the narrative that seems most promising to you in the influencer. We only get one chance here. Well, I haven't finished snooping on Ilya's phone yet, so... let's do that. Karen... Don't we have Karen's phone number already? No. That will give us a new device, hopefully. I mean, I still think we're gonna go with seduced the therapist. Ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. Oh my god. What does that mean in this context? Let's see what the article was. No pending article draft. What's the new article? The media monsters have no chance against us. The people's voice will always fight back. In the dark caves of the endless information network they lurk, out to get any innocent victims standing in their way. Like, this isn't even a journalism thing. This is just a guy with a blog going on a screed. How is he a credible threat to literally anything? That's what I mean when I'm saying, like, this game is not as satisfying as the first one in its critiques. Alright. Planned his escape from a refugee camp by seducing the therapist. We're gonna go with that one. Hashtag fake marriage. Fake news, fake boobs, fake marriage. Your fake marriage shows you're a complete fraud, especially since you claim that you plan to return to your home country anyway. This should be illegal. It is illegal. Neither my wife or I married for any other reason than, it's none of your fucking business, so back the fuck off, you fascist asshole. Okay. Happy with what you have achieved? Attacking Vart's marriage was a good idea. Very personal. I believe many of his followers took this to heart. Raban has taken a blow, but he is not going down yet. Speaking of which, let's check on what he is up to writing. The uprising against... Like, I want to, like, support this uprising here. Well, I do. My character doesn't. My character believes in absolute truth and that there is no such thing as a justified lie. Draft. The big conspiracy. Blaine and Cassart are conspiring against us. Yeah. Again, this may be true, but this guy is, like, extremely unhinged. Already people gathering in front of the presidential palace where the two are meeting, attempting to stall the talks in the name of the people's voice. We cannot let his claim go unchecked, or the situation there might escalate, not on our watch. If he's into conspiracies and hidden agendas, how about us playing the same game? I'm certain you can get me enough information to let me construct our own little conspiracy theory. Keep in mind, we have to hit Raban Vart hard this time. Very hard. We must break his follower base. One thing that this does do really well is examine a lot of the role that, like, social media has in undermining democracy. That even more so than the first game. In the first game, you could actually read social media. In this, you can manipulate it. All right. Karen's timeline. Karen, my daughter, we have had our differences about your marriage with Raban for his refugee status. Isn't that just like a mom of this age to post this on her kid's Facebook wall, practically? Or timeline, whatever the fuck it's called now. I don't mind that you broke all contact with me. Oh yeah, so Elizabeth Levine is a politician, right? Against this backdrop, it's quite remarkable Karen professionally counsels refugees. I don't mind you broke all contact with me. Get back to me. This refugee is the worst thing that ever happened to you. Okay. I stand for the nation's values. The National Beholder has an interview. My daughter Karen is a kind-hearted person who assists all different kinds of people. You can rest assured. Yeah, no, I disagree with that. Did you know this? Oh, right. Vart invited the army into the school. We knew that, though. They're just claiming that that's why the school was blown up. By that, Vart may have drawn fire directly to the school. Why would he consider such a thing? How mindless can you get? He deserves to go down, and so he will, by our hand. Okay, God. Where's that timeline? I don't think she does support her mother. I really don't. With a mother like Elizabeth Levine, I cannot even imagine why. Too bad. If she would have been in contact with her mother, we might have used that against her. Seems that investigator you're paired with got the Bonton bombings perpetrator. I'm impressed. That was my character from the previous game. And we did get the perpetrator, but we did let some other people escape as best as we could. Children are our future. The culture must be preserved. Meet Elizabeth. Mother, lawyer, philanthropist, husband, father, follower of Jesus. Okay, she has a brother. Maxwell Levine. Okay. In light of the conflict brewing with the FTP, I have managed to make a deal with Oleg to protect the school. But then I think Oleg either sold them out or that was when he was killed. Yeah, so this is why Oleg and Raban met at the school. They had some kind of protection deal going on. Sounds extremely dumb to me. This may prove to be very valuable indeed. The only thing missing is a questionable reason for Raban having chosen to do it. Yeah? The suspect is on the run. From David Johns, Ilya got your parents Anastasia and Milovan in deep trouble. I will see what I can uncover to aid you. You'll hear back from me soon. Okay, and what kind of trouble? Lake Potemkin. They did not try very hard to make that a unique reference. Welcome, Captain Ilya Janeway. Please enter your password here. Oh. Hold on. I remember seeing this. Is this it? No. Ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. Ah, that's gonna be the password to get in there. Oh. Okay. Party supports Karen Levine's work directly via state funding. Well, I guess I was wrong about that. But if that was true, then why? Yeah, I bet Raban has no idea about Karen's entanglements with the party, nor has any one of his followers. We should let them know, maybe, but we need a little more backing if we truly are trying to put the blame on Karen here. Karen here? All right. Interesting. One-way Bonton Transregional to Dewhurst. Ilya is making a run for it, it seems. Who can blame him? Why, we could, of course. Haha! Maybe he considers staying if the news would turn out to be against his liking. Potentially. Nina Maternova is involved in a criminal case. Dun dun dun. Yep. I mean, she's the one that, she's the one that was responsible for the bombing. Conflicts with an unknown data chunk? I'm not... That's his father. Simos is the uncle. We don't have anything about this guy. Ask Uncle Simos about Captain Ilya Janeway. We need this to, what, log into the message board here? Is it Uncle Simos? Oh, I was not expecting that to work. Interesting. Dear family, your father and I decided to use this digital message board for our family communications since we do not believe our telephone is safe anymore. Joke's on you! You two were revolutionaries. You never mentioned such a thing. Gee, I wonder why. They weren't members of the FTP, were they? Raban openly criticizes Kassart all the time. I doubt we can gain any benefit from knowing his parents may have done the same thing. Yeah, true life. Uncle Simos wanted to invite Oleg Bakay. Just because his family lives next door doesn't mean we have to show hospitality to followers of the Kassart regime. It's too much of a risk. Seems they were once literally closer than we thought. We could give him a chance. I don't want to join this stupid war. I just got a note telling me to report for duty by next week. I was drafted. They're coming to take me if I don't report in. What am I going to do? The army of Parjas forcefully recruited a lot of men into their ranks when the conflict with the FTP erupted anew. Seems Ilya has been no exception to it. Don't panic. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. That couldn't have been why they met at the school? Maybe we could let everyone know. Could we have a narrative again? We cannot spread it yet, though. Not before Raban publishes his article. Keep searching around. Well, yeah, I wasn't done searching. Thank you very much. Check messages ASAP. Mom and Dad are gone. They took them. Oh, wow. Okay. Raban did not check his messages. So he did not know that his parents were kidnapped by the regime. Truly horrible. Then again, as a punishment for what? Maybe they deserved it after all. I don't know how to tell you this, but no. Nobody deserves getting disappeared by the government. Attempted to flee from service, punished. What's the conflict? Especially emphasized his heroic escape from military service. I think he successfully fled. That's quite the feat, escaping from service in Parjas. Raban published his article. The time to strike back has come. You can go on searching for more material to create narratives from, though. Please take your time. When ready, strike Raban Vart as hard as you can. We need to make this count. So we have that he sheltered the army in a deal to get his brother exempted from service before the building was attacked. That seems pretty damning. No pending article draft. The big conspiracy you should know about. It definitely looks like they're kissing, but they're not. Yeah. More of your screeds. I don't think I'm gonna get anything useful there. I think we're just gonna say this. This seems pretty damning, and I don't have anything that contradicts it, so off we go. Ooh, you're editing a novel. That's fantastic, Jim. I just saw the chat. Is this the one that you were posting about that you've been working on? I think you shared in the Discord. Oh, what's going on now? It's all spread and done. The fact that Raban made the deal to help his brother decreased the impact our narrative had. Good work, but not good enough. Raban is still around and he still has a loyal follower base. So what absurdities does he dare to claim this time? And he is gone. Ilya is out of the equation, though I am not sure whether that will make our life easier or harder. Probably harder. Reactions to hashtag lousy deal. He says, I had my reasons. I don't regret my decisions. The national government kills. Aha! So he says it wasn't the army, but the national government that ordered the shelling of the school. He is blaming the nation for his own fault. Our own army attacking a school. We're the peacekeepers. Pro tip. If you espouse nonviolence, peacekeeper is not the name to go with. It's high time to turn things around. This has to end now. We cannot let these preposterous lies stand. We will destroy Raban Vard. You will. Now! Okay, Jesus. Give me something that shows beyond any doubt that the nation isn't the one to blame here. Oh, brother. David Johns, longtime friend, but I'm tired. My followers, yes, David Johns, again, you had mentioned him before. Regardless, it doesn't matter what role had, huh? Oh, probably what role he had with the people's voice. What matters is only the destruction of Raban. Can't believe you published this article. I'm sorry, brother. You straight up lying to make me feel better will not change this. We are the guardians of the truth, and the truth hurts. You had no right to publish this story. I am not a hero. Alright. Oh, wrong profile. Whoopsie daisy. That's an Ilya profile. Paranormal, mythic, pseudo-cyber thingy. Oh my god, that sounds so cool. Congratulations. I have not drafted a finished novel in nearly a decade. So that is a genuinely amazing accomplishment. Wait, what exactly did Ilya lie about regarding his brother? I am not a hero, he says. Don't want to be seen as a hero. I think people do see you as a hero, though, so... Yeah, exactly. He has profited a great deal from being considered a hero. Raban Vart is a sad joke bereft of moral standards, and he is going down. On that, you and I can agree. That and only that. Raban, it's a lie. It's all a lie. I'm not your friend. I've never been. I can't fully explain it at this time. I've only been here recently. I've just been informed that you're about to claim the nation bombed your school. You have no idea how right you are. I realized this may be my last chance of getting out of this mess, so I got my hands on some internal documents for you. What really happened at Provost Secondary, it's all in there. What? How does this person leak confidential information to Raban Vart? This is very troubling news. I'm not aware of any one of our own people with this name, though. I'll turn this David Johns into a target person. You may want to investigate if you so desire. Remember, though, that Raban Vart remains the primary target. Get us something to obliterate him with. All right, I'm working on it. Jesus. Percolates. Incident in which the National Army bombarded a school. The Army was aware of the fact that many students and teachers were in the building at the time, and the school had been used as a bomb shelter for many weeks. National troops started shelling the school. Where is Oleg? One of the only survivors on the side of the army, and then arrested. That is how he ended up with us. Yes. Okay. And one known civilian survivor, who was Raban, met with extreme aversion and had to be protected by the army. The power of the people. What did he do to deserve that? What happened there? I would like to find that out, actually. Here comes his article. We must end this. Get me a narrative. I'm not ready. Jesus. Raban Vart, the only civilian. Oh, right. I don't see any hint to his students there. I thought he had rescued a lot of his students. We did hear that. National government kills civilians. Potentially so do you? My child died in the school bombing and I want justice. Telling all the names of the people who died. Aha, Vart lied. Everyone thought he was such a hero for saving people, but all of his students died. Wow. I cannot believe it. This man, this fraud, to claim he saved the students despite we should have known. A long time ago. This is what Ilya must have lied about for him. All these lies make me sick. But there is a silver lining. This is all we need. No need to construct a narrative. This itself will be his undoing. Bring him down. Bring him down! How Raban, there is something happening on Karen's PC. It could be important. You may want to investigate before you spread the narrative. Okay, so it's hashtag no Pargasian hero. How Raban Vart only saved himself, let all of his students die, and built a false myth to profit from. That's such a catchy headline. What's happening on Karen's thing? Aware that something was up with Nina Maternova before the bombings, but didn't report on it. Interesting. Interesting indeed. One could say that Karen protected the Bonton bombings perpetrator. I mean, you could say that, but would it hold up in court? That's another thing that I really wonder about this game that I did for the first game, is like, we only know what the surveillance system looks like, and I assume that this is kind of a sham democracy, where, you know, it's a flawed democracy that's really kind of an autocracy instead, but we don't know what the courts are like exactly. We don't actually know whether any of the things that the agent that you play as is doing are legal or not. I'd imagine covert, yes, because I don't think most people are not acting like they're being spied on, unless they have really good reason to believe that they are. But at the same time, that doesn't tell us anything about the legality of what this character's doing. As soon as these connections become evident, Raban's reputation may greatly suffer. This could put the people's voice to an end. It's a risk, maybe one worth pursuing. Your call. Alright. Raban's wife counseled the Banten bombing's perpetrator and covered for her. This is the worst one, I think, that he let all of his students die. Just saying. That goes the most against his public image. So let's wait and see what happens. Especially given that my character believes that there's no such thing as a justified lie. I knew it from the start. Wasn't it obvious from the beginning that he was no Pargesian hero? You never really took the truth that seriously anyway, did you, Ravan? Oh my god. Take a look at Blabber. You need to see this. I am looking. This ignorant, miserable bunch. There are still far too many people standing by the people's voice. We have failed. This is it. We failed plain and simple. Our efforts are for naught. The riots before the presidential palace rage on unchecked. All we can do is hope for... What? Raban Vart started an announcement. I fear for the worst. This is the end, Agent. Is it? I don't really understand. This is really weird. I don't understand how people find him to be credible, though. I understand why they don't find the government to be credible. This is my last announcement. Uh-oh.
My dear followers, those of you who still remain, the story that has finally been spread by the despicable government mouthpiece, it is true. All of it. I never saved those children.
Yep.
Because I was too afraid. Because I ran for my life, eager of saving it before theirs. Here I now am, alive, and they aren't. I had so long forgotten about it. And now it's shaking me to my core.
Wait, I'm sorry. You forgot about this?
I believe that if I only tried hard enough, I could change things. That I could make things better for my people at home in Parges. I believed I could fight against the corrupt, evil, rotten politicians longing for power at the people's expense. I believed I could free my home country from these parasites and go back home. If only I twisted words long enough. We all need a reliable base on which our world is based. Our truth. This was mine. But now I realize that I've been living a lie. Not only a lie that made you believe in me, but a lie that allowed me to forget who I actually was. A far too comfortable lie.
Oh boy.
Only one thing is worse. Knowing that even as I speak, you all continue. Carry on, fight on with all your fury, perpetuating that very lie endlessly. Creating new truths based on fake claims put out there ages ago. What will become of this world when everybody has their own truth? What will be real? Dependable? Everything will be nothing. Truth is dead. And I killed it that very day I was too afraid to speak up and correct a mistake. But no longer. This story has to end on my terms. There's hardly anything more concrete than a bullet.
Oh my god, are you
Create
serious?
Tangible, uncomfortable fact.
No, dude, come
the very
on.
thing needed.
This is not the way to take responsibility for your actions, please. Okay, I didn't know that that was gonna happen. Okay. So that's roll credits, huh? I have some thoughts. Why don't we start with him killing himself at the end? Kind of undermining a lot of the message of what the game was supposed to be trying to get across. Considering that his whole thing was about taking responsibility for his actions and people being honest and fair. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of that particular artistic choice. I actually really disliked that. And I don't know. I don't think that this game was quite as well thought out and planned and put together as the first one. I think it had a lot of big ideas and couldn't figure out very well how to make them all fit together. So if you're just watching this video here, this is the third and final episode of the game. We played the first 2 episodes previously yesterday. This one, like I said, I think that the strongest thing that it really came up with was this idea of using social media to spread fake news and misinformation. But the fact that you don't get that ability until you're already like 2/3 of the way through the game really waters down that thesis. Because the first 2 episodes of the game are pretty much exactly like playing the first game. It's not building on anything that you didn't already get from playing the first game. You know, other than a few references and Easter eggs and things like that, like Karen being the therapist for the woman who was suspected of bombing the square in the first game. So, like, what is their thesis here? Is their thesis that none of this matters because truth is relative, but the sort of incredible news source of Raban Vart is the good guy, quote unquote? Because the way that it seems to me is that, like, we were just doing a lot of surveillance with us being a sort of fascistic government agency and him being a guy who was also spreading fake news and misinformation. So I'm not sure what the goal of that was. I don't know. It just wasn't as tight. It didn't hold together as well as I kind of anticipated. I don't know if anybody who's watching this has actually played this game. Jim, if you're still there, I think I remember hearing that you played the first Orwell, but I don't remember. I think I'd say, like, I'm glad I played this. I'm glad I went to see, like, what the follow-up was to this, and I know that they did release this game. When did this game get released exactly? Orwell 2. Let's see. Is strength. Release date. February 22nd, 2018. Okay. And the first one came out in 2016. So, this makes a lot of sense, just given what was going on in the state of the world of those 2 years. But this handled it so much less elegantly. And in a way that I think really muddled the message that the first game was trying to get across. You know, you should be able to play them both independently of each other and have just as good of a time, but I think that this game would have been a lot stronger if they had just gone all in with the agent making fake news plotline instead of saving that for the last hour of a, like, how long has this game now taken me to beat? 4 hours? 3 hours? 3 hours, yeah. So the last hour of a 3-hour game. Yeah, not my favorite. Interesting. So what did we do? We wound up getting a couple different achievements. We completed all the dates, and then we got dispense deliverance. I'm not sure what specifically that was for. It appears that there was another character profile that we also never found. This is interesting. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. That really didn't do it for me. Sorry to say. All right. Trying to remember the bird character from Animal Farm because I think I vaguely remember being told it was representative of false press, though it would have had a very different flavor from the characters here. You know, I don't remember. I have not read that game, or that game. All I do is read games and design them and stuff. I haven't read that book in a while. I think we're going to keep talking about this, but I'm going to switch and play some Vampire Survivors while we do that. I don't know. It is very hard, I find, in many cases, for people to write good social commentary on these types of things that doesn't come across as overly cliched. And sometimes I think it is, right? But like sometimes I think the way that things like fake news and misinformation work in real life are not any special sophisticated thing. They're just kind of dumb. But this ain't it. All right. Oh, right. This is the game where I have to do the display capture and not the game capture. Okay. Whoops. Not you. Last read it in high school, which was, I'll just round up and say, a century ago. Yeah, I think I last read it when I was teaching it as a text. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Whoops, hold on. Why am I not? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I want to say the last time I read it, I was teaching it as a text. So, not my favorite. So since I started playing this, let's see. We've unlocked quite a few different characters and a couple other levels / locations to play at. And a lot of different upgrades. Oh, sweet. Didn't need that quite as quickly as I did. Let's grab the whip. I really like this character, Pasqualina. She's got a cool weapon. But I also unlocked an old man named Poe, who's my new favorite, because he literally just kills monsters by throwing garlic at them, which is fun. Also, this is the classic, like, fish people from Castlevania. Whoops! Murdering me. God. To be clear, I also keep murdering them, so maybe this is deserved? I don't know. I'm trying to think now. What do I want to play as our next narrative game? I was looking at the game One Shot, which I have also had for a little while. I bought a couple new games recently. So I'm looking at streaming Pentiment soon, which is another sort of like historical but mystery game. What mystery? That's not how I meant for that to sound when I said it. But a lot of people I've seen have been streaming it. It's another murder mystery. It takes place in the Middle Ages. I think it's going to be a good, I think it's going to be a really good game. I've heard fantastic things about it. And then, I don't know, like, I'm also trying to think, do I need to come up with something that's like a stream schedule? Would that be helpful? I don't really know. Like, I think sometimes it's helpful for people that really want it for... What? Wait, what? Why did it go bad? Because did I trigger a trap? Is that why those jellyfish came after me? Oh god. I need some fucking chicken is what I need. Let's go searching for some wall sconces and find some chicken. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know, like, is the stream schedule helpful to you as a viewer, or are you just here to, like, watch me do whatever? I'm not doing anything right now where I'm, like, streaming with other people, so it would need to be super scheduled. But let me know if that's something that, you know, you would like as a viewer. I might look into something cool like that. What are these guys, like lizards? I'm trying to figure that out. Ooh, oh god. Not cool. Oh crap. Oh, I died. This game would be like me if I went to a con right now. Yeah, very overstimulating. Alright, let's try that again. Actually, how much does it cost to unlock a new person? 750. I think I'm actually gonna go with the whip. It's just too useful not to in an early game. Although I will say, whipping fish people out of the way. Social distancing before it was cool. Yeah, we're kind of at a point, honestly, where, like... Obviously, I'm still masking and doing stuff everywhere I go. But considering, like, going and selling our games at conventions is, like, our primary source of income right now, going to conventions, you know? Unless there's some really good reason for preventing COVID, why I'm not going. And even then, you know, we're going masked and following all the protocols and everything. Still going. It's a hard decision to make, but here we are. I have a little bird now that flies around my head doing things. This little bird is bombarding the fish people for me. That's kind of nice. I guess birds don't like fish? Is this the lesson that we can take from this? I also really need to level up this whip. But I'm telling you, like, Jim, even though OrcaCon, which is the convention that we just vended at, is pretty small, relatively speaking, I think, like, it's in a hotel, and it had about 800 attendees over the course of a 3-day weekend. So that would be, like, 800 total. Like, even that, at a certain point of just being in the Merchant's Hall, it was like, oh wow, like, I haven't been really around this many people in a social situation in a while. You know, I have for traveling or, like, at a doctor's office or something, but not for socializing. It was definitely different. It was nice to be back, though. And they were really good about all of the, like, COVID protocols, and people were very kind in the Discords afterwards, just sharing what, you know, COVID test results they got, and people were just really dedicated towards taking care of each other, which was super nice. I really like the convention. It's very small, it's very inclusive, they do a great job kind of cultivating artists and makers and specifically game designers, but I know like lots of my friends that vend, I know from like their art vending, not tabletop vending. Woo! Game designers, authors, and other folks who rely on cons for their incomes are definitely between a rock and a hard place. Yeah. It's not ideal. I haven't been to any conventions that didn't require masks and vaccines, but I know that fewer of them are going to continue to require those, so like regardless, you know, I'll be wearing my mask, and obviously I've gotten my vaccine, so I'll be getting boosted and stuff still, but it's definitely nice when everyone else is doing it too. It's more effective. Ah, God. There we go. I was like, I need you guys to move out of the way so I can get some gems and level up. But yeah, right now, our next convention that we know for a fact we're accepted to is Playthrough, which is the one in Raleigh, North Carolina. I don't remember how close that is to where you live, but if by chance you fancy traveling for a 2 days tabletop convention, it's gonna be a good time. We just got accepted to that. And then we will be doing NorwestCon, which is another Pacific Northwest convention. I have friends that have vended there over the years, and they say that it's a really great event. So looking forward to that, definitely. That one is much more of a, like, writers convention, so they're writing... Oh no, this is a wall, I can't go through it. Shit. Oh no! Well, that's a good time to get my base health up. Is surprised that I can't walk through a wall. Curses. Okay, so it's stepping on these things that's fucking me up. Ah! So they have writers' workshops, they have a lot of things that are very literary focused. I forget which award it is, but there's like a fantasy and science fiction award that's awarded there, and I've also been told that it's a really good con for panels. Which is great, because I'm one of those people that actually does like panels, but I wish that they were better, because a lot of times panels at conventions don't really go beyond the 101. And like, that can be great if that's where you're at, but like, a lot of people who attend conventions are repeat con attendees. Ooh! And we need a little bit past just, you know, the basic stuff. Oh my god. I am going to die. I need chicken so bad right now. My regeneration is not going to regenerate fast enough. So I'm not going to be doing any of the writers' workshops just because obviously, like, I'm there for my own work, and those are, like, all day in some cases, so I'm not going to have time to do that because I will be at the vendor's hall. But I am going to probably do my best to make it out to some of the panels, hopefully find a couple that are on interesting topics or ones that, you know, have panelists that I want to hear them discuss their craft. That's also always a big draw for me when it comes to a panel. Raleigh is on the other side of the state. Oh, 4 to 5 hours. Oh man. Yeah, no, I mean absolutely. Don't go past what you're comfortable with for like health and safety for conventions. It's always nice to like be able to meet up with and see people, but I don't want you to feel like pressure or anything. I just figured it's worth putting out there. Well, I got a bag of money. Oh my god, I can't with you guys. really and truly I can't. Now there's red fish people? That's new. Finally, some chicken. Okay. I really need some more gems to level up. And I get that. Like, for me, the big thing is I know Gen Con's not requiring masks or vaccines anymore, and that's one of those conventions that I have not been able to attend in person because of that, and now I'm just like, am I ever gonna get to go in person? I really want to. It would be very good for me professionally, but I'm not really super enthused about attending a convention of that size. Okay, this is where I died last time. All these friggin' skeletons got me. And I was much higher level then, so we'll see what's gonna happen here. Oh, what's gonna happen is there's just gonna be more of them. Cool. I mean, overall, I know it's in my nature and my, like, tendency is to worry about these kind of things, but I think it's actually going to be a really good year. It's going to be a really good year for games that I'm going to, whoa! Get to work on and design, and these are like, what, Minotaurs? All these convention opportunities are going to be fantastic. Yes, I would really love to get to meet you in person as well. I love to interact with similar life forms and non-life forms. I hope they do too. Alright, so I gotta upgrade to my little murder bird. Oh wow, good, good. Let's try going around in a circle. Aw, crap. I stepped on another one of those traps. Don't love that. But I did find chicken. So that's good. Oh no, here comes a big Minotaur. Not good, guys. Not good. Not good. Why are they getting faster? Why are they getting faster? Oh no, please. Ah! Make it stop! What? Let's get a Bible. The Lord tells you, get out of my way. God, I stepped on another trap? How many giant minotaurs can chase you before you die? Asking for a friend. Ah! So yeah, hopefully I'll get to the point where, like, Gen Con is way more doable in the cards for me. I'm still gonna try and go this year because Byhander wants me to GM. And I would actually really like to get paid to do that in person, because I have been paid to do it online these past couple years. I need an axe or something that attacks downward, because I don't have one right now, and it's really kind of hamstringing me. Yes. Oh my god. Well, this is longer than I've lasted in this level so far. Oh boy. Oh my. Oh brother. Oh no. I need not these ninja dudes. Or that guy. All of you go away. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, come on. Please don't do this to me. I'm just the guy. Oh, well, let's get some treasure. I'll probably only stream for about another 15 minutes or so, because I do have a game tonight, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's my home game of Mothership, which Kurt plays in, and Dawn GMs. Really love our game. It's going to be Kurt's last game for a while, which, you know, is quite sad, but it's for a good reason, you know. He's got some big, exciting things going on in life. Woo! Nope. 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 No. Ah. Ah, crap. Well, I did pretty well, I think. Let's see if I got enough gold to power something up. Okay, we can power up our might, our armor, recovery. Move speed. I think I'm actually going to take the pickup range. Let's do my old garlic man. Let's play as old man garlic for a while and see what happens. Look at this guy. His little garlic aura, he can just like sit here. Look at this. All these dudes just attacking me. I'm just gonna stand here and like level up for a while, huh? If that's okay with you. Me and my emotional support bird are just gonna stand here and make fish mincemeat of you and your guys. Yeah, I'll take another weapon. Because garlic is really good, but you will get swarmed if you don't get other weapon upgrades in this game. This is the thing I have begun to learn. But the really nice thing about garlic is that it destroys those little, like, fireballs. And those are such a pain in the ass to have to move around. Let's get some extra health. Look at these clouds of guys just giving me money. Give me your money. This game also really sounds like making popcorn, which always makes me hungry. Let's get to treasure! It's a rune tracer upgrade. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. How have I already killed 393 people in this level? Oh wait, it's because of the garlic. I was like, that is nuts. Double whip is great because you get a good knockback effect. Santa water. Santa water. I really one of these days need to figure out how to do like sound effects on stream. Because something like this is just crying out for like Santa water, but sung to the tune of Santa Baby. Sure, I'll take these guys. Ah, it was the Minotaur guy that got me. Perfect. Give me that chicken. Let's get the next level of Attract Orb. Attract Orb sounds like I'm saying attractor, but weird. This game also, like, it really just, you can lose time playing it because you get into a flow state. And it is mostly just walking around, finding things, but then really it becomes like Pokemon for your weapons. And I've never played Pokemon, but one of the things that I do know about it is that over time, Santa water. Over time you, evolve your Pokemon as they grow and they get to become more powerful. Yes, this is a thing. This is a thing I know about Pokemon. And in this, instead of evolving Pokemon, you evolve weapons. So, you just sit here waiting for the right power-up combination of weapons and skill and oh no, and not fucking killing yourself by accident. And you're good. Great. Give me everything. I think the whips plus the bracer. Oh, that's right. I remember seeing you actually need to level them up a certain amount first. Whoa! Hey now. This is just a vat of milk. I can't walk through it. Oh god. This is what stresses me out. I need to go back to where the experience is plentiful. Well, those weird little ghost dudes are now powerful enough that they do not die in a single hit anymore. Don't like that for me. But I am at level 17, so like, for a little old man being beset by monsters, I'm not doing so bad. Like, my life is pretty good. If this drops. Nope, I only got one gold coin. I really need some chicken to heal myself of all that ails me. I'm a simple thing. Okay, alright, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I said about being a simple old man. Clearly, life is far more complicated than I even gave it credit for. Oh, they got me. They got me. All right, well, that wasn't terrible. Yeah, look at how much damage that garlic did. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for coming to watch this stream. It was just a nice impromptu little thing. Let me see who's live that we could go raid. It looks like Cypher of Tyr is live. I'm gonna see if I can do a raid of hers. Let's see. It's a metaphor for aging, really. Follower, subscriber only chat. That's fine. I think most of us follow her anyway. And since we were talking about OrcaCon, 'tis good because Tanya's also on the executive board of OrcaCon. So thank you very much for coming by and listening to my thoughts about why I didn't think Orwell Ignorance is Strength actually succeeded in its thesis to try and make us criticize totalitarian news media. And then watching me die a lot and dissolve into a pile of goo as an old smelly man throwing garlic at fish people. You come for the stream, stay for the old man throwing garlic at fish people. Okay, I'm probably going to be back streaming again, hopefully Friday. Hopefully Friday. If it's before then, you know where to find me. So take care, everybody. Have a good evening wherever you are, and I will see you later. Bye.